Welcome back, everybody. I'm Juan. I'm your personal trainer and group fitness instructor. And today we're back in my living room for senior fitness. In today's class, we will use our chair, a pair of hand weights, and a resistance band. Please make note, if you don't have hand weights or actual dumbbells, feel free to grab a pair of water bottles or maybe some canned food, or anything that you can grip in your hand that will offer a little external resistance. I know that some of you have already mentioned that you use small gallons of water or water jugs. That works perfectly too. Just be sure that before we do begin any workout, that you do check in with your body, check in with all of your joints, your muscles. Is there anything that you think might need a little extra care today? If there is, please give it to yourself. Otherwise, get ready because we're going to have some fun. Whether you want to remain, or if you want to have a seat, or if you want to remain up on your feet, let's start marching. We're very light on our feet, minimizing how much impact we put into the ground. If you haven't introduced your arm movement, go ahead and start pumping your arms with me now. Let's take this marching feet into a step touch side to side. Bring it back into those marching feet. And we will step touch here. Now bring it back into a march. We're going to take a deep breath. Inhale, arms up. Let's exhale, hands down. Big inhale up. Exhale, arms down. Again, let's step touch. Folks, let's stay flat here on our feet. We're going to just introduce some shoulder rolls. I want you to roll your shoulders all the way up, lift, lift, lift. You push them back, tuck them down. Let's do 2 more of those. We go up, push them back, tuck them down. 1 more time. Now, in lieu of shoulder rolls, we're going to lift our arms all the way up. We're going to bring them down into cactus arms, so we bend at the elbow. We have like that football goal post arms. Now, from here, bring both of your arms together in the front. Now open them nice and wide so you're contracting through your upper back. Now again, we squeeze up front. Now you open up in the back, squeeze in the back. Let's do a few more of those. Here we're really contracting through the chest. Here we're contracting through our rhomboids and right around the posterior deltoid, upper back. 1 more time, chest, and then open up in your back. Good, let's bring it right back to our feet, we march. Now in lieu of step touches, we're gonna march sideways, and let's march it back. Now note, I'm not crossing my feet over one another. I'm moving from the hip laterally using marching feet. That's different, right? Now bring it back to the center. We're right in front of our chair. I'd like you to just tap your heels. Every time we tap our heels, we're really trying to lift our toes up in the air, get a nice stretch on the back of those calves. Now we're going to switch the heel taps to toe taps. So now we're contracting, we're flexing those calves. Feeling everything warming up. Bring it back into marching feet. Maybe we march and we lift our knees a little higher. Let's introduce that lateral motion, so keep the marching feet as we move to the right side of our room. Now we're going to start moving over to the left. We never stopped marching. Bring yourself back to the center of your room. We're in front of our chair. Now we're going to tap those heels in front of our body. Switch to toe taps. Now we're going to alternate heel, toe, heel, toe. So right foot is a heel, left foot is toe. That's a little confusing, right? It requires a lot of focus and coordination. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Just march it out here. Now we're going to do the opposite. Left foot is a heel. Heel, right is toes. Heel, toes. I know, it's almost like I'm asking you to pat your head and rub your belly. Toes on the right, heel on the left. Now just march. How did you do? Hopefully we did all right. Let's bring our legs to a standstill. We bring our arms right up to those goalpost position. Now contract in the chest. Bring your arms together. Now we open, we start to flex through our upper back. Again, bring those forearms, elbows, hands together in the front. And then we separate as we squeeze through our upper back. One more time. Contracting in the front. And then we contract in the back. Nice work, folks. Shake it all out. Okay, I'm going to call that our warm-up. I hope that right now everyone is already feeling warmer and ready to jump into the actual strength training. We will focus on lower body first, from a standing position or from a seated position. Either way, the move that we're doing is going to originate from the hip joint. So we've all done these. I call them good mornings. I'll give you my profile as I describe this. We will be standing with our feet immediately below our hips. I'm going to soften my knees just a little bit. Now, my back, so my spine, will remain nice and flat. It's going to have that neutral position. So I'm really focusing on not trying to arch or round that low back. Keeping a flat back, I'm going to lean forward, hinging from the hips and pushing my glutes back. For this first one, my hands will be on my hips here. So this is where I'm at. My chest is pointing at about a 45-degree angle downward. From this position, I'm going to turn on the glutes, so that's right behind my hip. Squeeze those as I stand. We hinge, we stand. Now if you're seated, you're still going to just hinge forward, contract the glutes, and bring your upper body upright. Your spine remains neutral the whole time. Okay, those are our practice ones. Let's actually do this 10 times. Let's do it. Hinge, squeeze. Squeeze. When I say squeeze, we're squeezing our glutes. We have 5 remaining. Hinge, squeeze it up. Here's 4. Last one. Nice work. Folks, give me some alternating heel taps, nice and slow. We're shifting our weight right to left. We're just giving each hip a little bit of a break. Okay, folks, let's come on over to the right side of our chair. So, now that we are here, lower the music just a little bit. Now, we will focus, this is a two-parter. We're gonna focus on the outside of our hip, and then we're gonna focus again on the glutes. What, double whammy? Yes, we're doing both. So from this position, what you're doing is you're gonna lift your right leg out. From here, you push it back. That foot comes down. Let's do it again. We lift out to the side, squeeze it back, and bring it down. Nice work. Again, we're out, we're back, and down. We're gonna abduct at the hip, we're gonna extend, and down. So you're squeezing the side of your hip, shifting it to the back, and bringing that leg down. Can we do 5 more? Lift out, squeeze it back, bring it down. Nice. Out, squeeze, and down. 3 more. Now notice every time I'm doing this, I'm really trying to keep upright posture. So I'm not leaning to the side. I'm not leaning forward. I'm not leaning back. I'm staying upright. Folks, let's take a break there. Just shift your weight side to side. Now, we're moving over to the left side of our chair. Same thing, focusing on the hip, both lateral and posterior ends. We're going to lift our left leg out, shift that, push it back, bring that foot down. Out, back, and down. So again, this is hip abduction, hip extension, and then we bring it down. Out, back, down. 5 more. Lift out, push it back, return down. Here's 4. Here's 3. Last 2. And that last one. Out, push it back, and down. Okay, standing on both feet, shift your weight side to side. Taking a little time for relief. Nice work. Folks, we are back on the right side of our chair. Now, we're going to still be doing unilateral or one-legged movements. This time we're putting the focus or shifting it into the front of our leg, our quadriceps. But there is some hip flexion that's going on. So we've done hip abduction, we've done hip extension, which is back. Hip flexion is where we lift our leg up and forward, right? And then some quadricep action requires that we're going to straighten the leg. So standing on the right side of your chair, lift your right knee. Our hip is flexed. Keeping our leg in this position with the hip flexed. At the right knee, extend the leg. So you slow motion, extend forward. Bend the knee. Extend it out. Bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that leg comes down. Take a moment just to recover. We're moving over to the left side of our chair. So, same thing. Flex your left hip, lifting that knee up. keeping that leg in this position. Now we're going to extend at the knee. So we slow motion kick forward, right? Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hang in there, you have 3 more. Here it is, 3, 2, last one. Good job, bring that leg down. Folks, I know those were some pretty challenging exercises. Well done. Right now, we're probably breathing a little heavier. We might feel a lot warmer. Just take a moment, just recover. Maybe we have a small step touch. Maybe you're just lifting and tapping 1 foot at a time. Maybe you're actually tapping those toes out front. I just want you to introduce some very, very small movement. This way we can keep this as an active recovery, right? Because you already know it, we are repeating both of these, or repeating all 3 of these exercises 2 more times. Yes, right? Hopefully that's a big oh yes. Okay, back to those good mornings. So that's where it's a hip hinge. Now the first set we did, we had our hands right at the sides on our hips. You can repeat that. If you'd like to add a little bit of weight, we're gonna lengthen the lever. So in order to do that, we have to bring our arms a little higher. So maybe for this one, we bring our hands up at our shoulders, right? Just keeping them here. Your feet are below your hips, small bend in the knee. Hinge forward, keeping a flat back. Push your glutes back, then squeeze, contracting up. We hinge forward, squeeze it up. Here's 8, 7, 6. Remember, you have to keep your back as flat as possible. And you're really trying to push your glutes, your hips way far back. 3 more, folks. Here it is. 3, 2, last one. I hope you're really squeezing this whole time. Last one, squeeze. Good. Woo! 1 leg comes out in front at a time. Taking that little bit of recovery. Okay, let's move over to the right side of our chair. We have more hip movement. Remember, now we're moving our right leg out, then back, then together for the reset. 10 times. Let's do it. Here's 10. 9. 8. Try not to lean to the side. Try to keep yourself upright. 6. 5. You look good. Stay strong. 4. 3. Last 2. And here's our final repetition for this set. Well done. Moving over to the left side of your chair. Left leg, same thing, out, then back, then we reset. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, Nice work. Okay, folks, we are on to quadricep training, right? So we're back on the right side of our chair. We're going to lift our right leg, starting with the knee bent. From here, just extend your leg straight out, then bend the knee again. Here's 10. 9. If you want to challenge your balance, and if you know that it's a possibility for you today, release the chair. Or hold on to it. You pick. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Ooh. So I love these single leg movements because not only are we exercising and really feeling the work on the moving leg, but probably even more than that moving leg, our standing leg, that hip, is getting a lot of work. There's a lot of stabilization, a lot of isometric control that we have to have. It's great, right? I know you're probably thinking it doesn't feel great. That's okay. Think of all of the benefits for our body, right? Okay, we're on the left side of our chair. Please lift your left leg. Keeping the leg lifted, extend straight out. 10. 9. Remember, you have options if you want to play with the balance. 7. 6. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice work. Okay, folks, take a moment. Let's all catch our breath. Remember, let's make this active. Tap your feet, march in place, step touch, whatever you want to do. Now, in case you're wondering why I ask for active recovery rather than just standing here, when we continue to move, even though the movement is very, very small, it helps our body to keep the blood flowing from our lower extremities back up into our heart. When we do a lot of work which requires a lot of oxygen, our heart is pumping a lot faster to try to supply that oxygen down into those working muscles. If it gets stuck down there, that's when we end up getting dizzy, we get lightheaded, right? We don't want that to happen. And like the song says, I love you, and that's why I keep us moving. Okay, that was a long enough break. We have to finish this whole set, or this whole circuit rather, with a final set. We have our good mornings. Remember, it's a hip hinge, so I'm hoping that that's not your move. I'm hoping that rather than moving from the knee, you're really focusing on the hip and you're hinging, right? I can pretend like I have eyes in your living room, but you know I don't. So this is up to you. If you want to keep your hands on your hips, do so. If you want to bring your hands up to touch your shoulders, you can do so. If you want to pretend like you're holding a barbell up and you have your arms up here, that's fine too. Feet are below our hips, soft bend in the knees. Let's hinge. Powerfully up. 10. 9. 8. 7. Remember, squeeze from the glute, right here, squeeze. Every time you're coming up, you're really contracting. I think we have 3 more, maybe it's 4. Let's just do 2 more. One of them maybe for good luck. Nice work. tap those heels. When we tap our heels, we are extending our leg, which offers a little extension in our glutes. Whew. Catch your breath. Let's come on back to the right side of our chair. We're abducting, so we're working the side of the hip out. Then we're extending back, so we're lifting it straight out. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice work. Let's come on over to the left side of our chair. Same exact thing. Out, push it back, down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! One more exercise stands between us and finishing our lower body circuit. Let's do it. Right knee comes up. Extend that leg straight out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! Did you feel those? I felt those. Okay. On the left side, same thing. Lift that left knee. Extend straight out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Folks, I'm sure that you are feeling fatigued. Lower body is probably feeling pretty worked. Remember, please keep some motion in those legs, whether it's just pedaling your feet, or if you're tapping your toes, or you're marching, step touch, do something for a moment. I know, why don't you walk over to your water? Folks, did you grab your water? By the magic of cameras and all of that, magically appeared my family.
Hi.
Hi. Folks, we have Samson,
Hello.
who is slouching, which is, what do I always say? Don't slouch. Sit up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall. Scoot forward in your chair, everybody. And then we sit nice and tall. Good. See, as many times as I always remind you to please watch your posture, I have to do the same thing at home. So, it's equal opportunity corrections all around. Folks, my husband Joe is in the house. Hi. So, my guys are going to join us with our upper body section. I'd like everybody to please come up onto your feet. Now, we're going to do a few more little upper body warm-ups before we jump into the workout. Arms at the sides of your body. Let's just roll our shoulders all the way up, push them back, tuck them down. Again, we roll them up, push back, tuck down. One more time, same thing. Roll those shoulders up, push them back, tuck them down. We're gonna lift our arms all the way up to the sky. Pull your elbows down so we have cactus arms. Now, we're going to contract our chest, so bring your forearms, elbows, hands together in the front, really squeezing through that front upper body. Then we start to squeeze through our upper back as we pull those elbows far, far apart, push them back. One more time, squeeze in the chest, forward. Now squeeze in the back, pulling them back. Nice work, hands come down, shake it out. Folks, we are starting this upper body circuit with my favorite move, which is
Push-ups.
Push-ups, yeah. So I always give us options. We have plenty of options. If you want the easiest, or option one, you're going to go right up to a wall, like Joe's doing. Your hands will be right about shoulder height, definitely shoulder distance. You're gonna place them flat on the wall. Then you're gonna step a little further away from the wall. You're gonna step back. If you want another option, you're gonna find either your kitchen counter or you find the back of your sofa, maybe your bathroom counter, some lower surface. Hands are still shoulder distance apart, and we're going to step our feet back. Regardless of what position or what place you pick, the most important part for this is that you keep your body in plank. So your hips are not pushed out back. Keeping your body nice and flat, because a push-up is a moving plank. Let's all count down from 10 as we begin. Here we go. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, here's 4, 3, 2, one more, hang in there, last one, push. Come on up. How did that feel, everybody? How did that feel, Samson?
Great.
Yeah, he's jumping around, so I think he liked it. Maybe we'll roll out our wrists for a moment. Give ourselves a little recovery there. Folks, I would like for you to please grab your resistance bands. So guys, go ahead and grab these resistance bands. With your band in your hands, I want you to hold it shoulder distance apart. Arms are extended in front of our body. Now, the focus is shifting to our back, so specifically the area right in between your shoulder blades. You're going from this arm extended position, opening up really wide, squeezing through our upper back. Good, release. Let's do 9 more, let's go. 9, 8, 7, how do they look, folks? 6, 5, 4, 3, really squeeze your back as you're pulling that band apart. One final one, let's go, really pull. Last one.
Right here is like...
Oh, these guys are pretty dramatic. Okay, folks, place the band on the back of your chair. We have a fun little cardio exercise coming up. So, all I'm looking for is you can remain in your seat, or you can give me an athletic stance and on your feet. You're gonna give me 2 fists in front of, let's say, like probably right up in front of your chest. You don't want to be up in front of your face because we have 30 seconds of punches. You're just gonna jab. I just want it to look like that, okay? Now, let me get my clock going. We're gonna begin in 3, 2, and let's punch, come on. Make sure that you're breathing the whole time. Don't hold your breath. I know a lot of us, if we're not instructed to breathe, our first reaction or our first instinct is to hold our breath. You should be huffing and puffing. We have 10 seconds remaining. And take a break.
Fun, fun, fun.
That was good, right? Okay, folks, while we catch our breath, please grab a pair of small hand weights. So I have dumbbells here, which we'll let Joe use. Samson has a pair of small cans of food, and I will just make small fists, or make fists in my hands. Not that I can shrink my fist. We're all going to keep our arms at the sides of our body and just curl at the wrist. It's a very, very small move, and we're focusing on the forearm here. How about just a few more? I'm going on this one just for a few seconds. I'm not really counting. Okay, take a break. Let's place these weights back on the floor, or you can place them on top of your chair. Wherever you want, just get them out of the way, because that was round one. We're going to repeat that circuit 2 more times.
Yay!
Okay, folks.
Fun times.
So remember, it's push-up time.
Woohoo!
Pick your wall, the back of the sofa. You can use a countertop, whatever you want. Hands start at shoulder distance apart. Step your feet back, keeping your body in plank. And let's all count down. We're going from 10. Let's do it. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7. Samson, bring your feet a little closer. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, last 2,
Yeah!
and 1.
We did it! Yay!
We all did it, right?
Yeah!
We all look differently, and that's the beauty of fitness, is that we're all personal, so it's never going to look identical.
Nope.
But it's always going to feel really, really good.
Yep.
Folks, please grab your band. I'm going to come off screen
Bands.
to grab a band.
Bands.
Now, this band that I grabbed is folded in half. So, I'm doubling the amount of resistance that I'm working with. I may or may not be able to work in that same full range of motion as you, but I'm definitely going to try.
Oh my God.
Arms are out in front of our body at full extension. Remember, you want to grab the band at about shoulder distance apart, and let's pull apart. We go 10, 9, 8. Stay in control of your move. We're not going very fast, even on the negative portion of the work. Don't let that band speed you up. I think we have 4 more. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1 last one. Come on, hang in there. Nice work. Okay, bands, go back on the chair. Ah.
Yay!
Our upper back, the back of our shoulders should be feeling alive. Fatigued? Yeah, maybe. Okay. 30 seconds of punches. Remember, when we punch, we still remain in control. And it's not only just a fun or a whimsical activity, right? It's designed to get our heart rate up. But also, I'm looking for some of you to add to my dojo. I want to add you to my team of fighters. So let's have good precision with our punches, right? Punch, pull it back. Punch, pull it back. Now that's slow motion. I'm going to get the clock going. We go in 3, 2, let's go. 30 seconds. Full extension in the arm every time you throw that punch. I punched myself. And time. I'm not sure if you heard Joe, but he said
Give me those.
that he punched himself.
Yeah.
Don't punch yourself. You don't want to do that. That's painful. Okay. Folks, right now we're out of breath. Let's roll out the wrists. Just catch your breath a little bit. As the volume of work increases, we fatigue a little bit faster. So we add slightly longer recovery periods in between. Catch your breath. Folks, now we can grab our external resistance. So grab your hand weights. I'd like for you to please bring your arms down at the sides of your body and just curl your wrist up. Curl. 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 How about 6 more? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one.
Yes, you can.
Good. Okay,
Yay!
place the weights down. Well done. Folks, I'm not sure if you're having as much fun as I'm having, but I'm having a lot of fun because I get actual live feedback in the room.
Are you tired?
Okay, so we are back at the top of our circuit. At the top of our circuit, we have push-ups. Now, folks, this is our final set of push-ups that we're doing. So, let's talk about form really quickly. So we know that we place our hands out in front of our shoulders, right guys? Good. So hands are out here. Now, I never addressed what happens with our elbows. So for this set, what I want us all to try to do, keep your elbows close to your body as you're lowering yourself down onto the wall or your sofa or your counter, and then you push off. Because I know a lot of us sometimes want to come with our elbows way up here. What happens is, if we're up here, we're pushing mainly from our shoulders, those rotator cuffs, and that fatigues, or that gets very difficult very quickly. If you keep your elbows down closer to your body, you're allowing your chest to take on the brunt of the work. Now, we're more powerful here than we are here. Right, Samson?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yes.
We're more powerful here than we are here. That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so here we are. Elbows are coming to the sides of our body. Let's all pick our favorite place to be. Hands are shoulder distance apart. You step your feet back so that we stay with our body in a nice plank. And keeping our elbows at the sides of our body, let's lower ourselves. We start at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hang in there, one more. Well done. Good job to all of you. Good job to my guys. I'm not sure if you could hear Samson's giggles. Those giggles usually mean, ah. So I'm proud of you. Good job. Let's all reach for our resistance band. We're bringing the focus back to our upper back. So folks, let's talk about that. On the back of our bodies, we have our shoulder blades. When neutral, our shoulder blades are basically at shoulder distance apart, right? When we're doing the work, shoulder blades come closer together. So I want you to focus on that area right in between the shoulder blades. Your rhomboids, I want you to really squeeze. Here's a mental picture. We're placing a line right in the middle of your shoulder blades. You have to use your shoulder blades to squeeze juice out of the line. What will you use the lime juice for? I'll let you pick whatever you want. I know what I would use it for, but we'll save that. Limeade. Yeah, limeade is good. Okay, so grab your band.
Band.
Holding it at shoulder distance apart. Arms start extended in front of your body. Let's all pull those apart, focusing on strengthening that upper back. Here's 10. 9. 8, 7, really squeezing through the back. 6, 5, 4, remember we stay in control of the move, don't rush. 3, 2, one last one. Folks, hold it out, don't release, hold, squeeze, squeeze, make sure you're breathing, and release.
Yay, we did it.
That burned it back.
Well done. Very well done. Again, we take a moment just to breathe and recover. We move something. Little shimmy. Okay. Now, remember, we have those punches.
Punch, punch.
So here's another story we could paint. Imagine that theaters are open again, right? And imagine we get to go see a show on Broadway in New York City. Lots of lights, lots of people,
Yay.
potential danger. Now, what if we were walking out of our show talking about it like, that was such a good show,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Not paying attention, and somebody came and stole your wallet or grabbed your purse. Any of that. If we were our own superhero, we'd be able to, yeah. Would we want to? Probably not. However, we can pretend.
Yeah.
So let's really get ready to throw those punches. These are the best punches. Now, when we throw our punch, we're gonna fully extend it out. Okay, but look, then what do? We pull it back in. All the way up, all the way in. That's good. So that's what I'm looking for. 30 seconds, full extension in 3, 2, punch.
Punch on, punch off.
Halfway there, folks.
Yay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did those feel more difficult for you?
Yeah.
They did for me. Yeah, Samson looks like he's felt those punches. Okay, folks, please grab your hand weights.
Thanks. Thanks.
With your arms at the sides of your body, one weight in each hand, one can in each hand, or just 2 fists. Whatever you prefer, let's curl it up. Release it down. Curl. Release. Looking good. Keep that motion. Your elbows stay right at the sides of your body. So it's really only our wrist joints that are moving. Now here's a question. Are you feeling it more in your forearm, or are you feeling it more on the top of your arm? Good question, right? Let's go 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Good. Let's place the weights on the floor or on the chair, wherever, out of the way. Now we're just going to roll out the wrists. How was that? Did that feel good? I hope that felt awesome. Guys, how did that feel?
Woo!
It was great.
Great.
But guys, thank you so much for joining me for this section of class. Nice, nice. Folks, if you would like to grab your water, go ahead and grab it. Okay, folks. We have one more exercise before we cool down. Notice how I'm still rolling out my wrists, right? Anything you want to do, just continue to get that recovery. This time we are going to come back to our chair. Have a seat right at the front edge of your seat. Don't you love that? We're sitting at the edge of our seat. What's about to happen? Now, sitting in this position, I want you to please take both of your hands, reach back behind you. So I have my hands on the back of my seat. So I'm going to rotate just so you can see what I'm saying. I'm leaning my hands on the back of my seat. I'm sitting at the front of my seat. So I'm still dividing my weight between all four corners, right? Both of the front legs, both of the back legs of the seat are supporting me. With my arms right out or right behind me, I am using them to support my low back because I'm keeping a flat back as I lean back. Okay, so in this leaning position, what I want to do is I'm going to lift both of my legs up, tap them down. We lift, tap down. Quick pause. What I want you to first make sure and secure is that your back, your entire spine remains flat. So it does really rely on you being able to lean back, supporting yourself and distributing your weight. When every time we do lift our legs, the focus is going to be on our lower abdominals. So it's kind of like a seated crunch. We're back here, let's go, we lift. 10, barely tap down. 9, I'm just tapping my toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice work. Folks, sit up nice and tall. Let's take one big breath. Both hands go all the way up. Interlacing your fingers up above. Push your palms away from your body and lengthen through your spine. Maybe we tilt our chin up and release. We'll repeat that one time. Inhale. I want you to feel now a stretch through your abs, or that's our goal. So we're going to inhale both arms all the way up, interlacing our fingers, pushing those palms away. Now maybe reach back, look all the way up, and release down. Nice work. Take a moment just to recover your breath. So in the beginning of class, we worked a whole lot on our hips. We focused a lot on our glutes. So I'd like to stretch that part of our body. Now I realize that not everybody's knees or hips like a whole lot of flexion. So let's all start by crossing our right ankle over our left ankle. We're still sitting at the front edge of the seat. Now in this position, I want you to place your hands on top of your thighs, just hinge forward. Now, when we're here with our ankles crossed, we barely start to feel a little of the hip, but it is very safe for our joints. Push off of your thigh, uncross. If you think that your hip or knee can handle it, then I do want you to cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you know right off the bat being in this position is not comfortable or not safe for you, please revert back to here. Forget about how much you feel the stretch. But if you are up here with me, lean forward. Whenever we do lean forward in this seated figure 4 position, I'm still keeping my chest somewhat lifted. I'm not bowing into my lap. I'm aiming for my chest to go out in front of me. This way I maintain extension in my spine. Now place your hands back on top of your legs, push up. Uncross your legs. Good, we have the other side. So let's all begin by crossing our left ankle over our right ankle. Keeping our legs crossed, we're just going to lean forward. Now again, I know that we don't feel a whole lot of stretch here, but some of us might, right? Hands on your knees or on top of your thighs, push up. Uncross. Now we're going to attempt to intensify that. So, left ankle crosses over your right knee. Remembering, if this isn't for you, you're not doing it. Everyone else, we lean forward. So you pick where you are. If this works for you, we're leaning forward. Chest still remains somewhat lifted. We're looking up ahead at the floor. Hands come on top of our thighs, push up, uncross those legs. Nice work. Folks, let's inhale, both hands go straight up. Let's exhale, both hands come right back. Grab the back of your chair. Push your chest forward, pull your shoulders back. Tilt your chin up towards that crack where the wall meets the ceiling. Release. Bring both of your hands in front of your chest. Push your palms away from your body so you feel your back opening. Shoulder blades are separating. Now tuck your chin down to your chest. And release. Shake it out. Folks, let's all take one big closing breath together. Both hands go to prayer. We exhale, both hands down to heart center. Please join me in making a heart. I leave you with my love and my respect. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.